The year is 2145. Neo-Kyoto hums with a nervous energy. Towers of chrome and glass pierce the artificial sky. Holographic geishas wink from billboards advertising the latest chrono tech. Below the glittering facade, a darkness lingers. The past, a forgotten wasteland. The future, a preordained path dictated by Chrono Shards. These shards, fragments of a shattered timeline, power the city. They fuel our homes, our vehicles, our very lives. Each shard contains a measure of temporal energy, a finite resource slowly draining away. When a shard runs dry, it fades to dust. So too does a life dependent on it. The discovery of Chrono Shards promised utopia. Instead, it birthed a society stratified by time. The wealthy hoard shards, extending their lifespans, indulging in temporal luxuries. The poor scratch out a living, their futures as short and brutish as their allotted shards. In Neo-Kyoto, time is not money. Time is life itself, and life is a commodity traded and bartered like the shards that sustain it. The Chrono Corporation, a shadowy entity, controls the flow of shards. They determine who prospers and who perishes. Their agents, the enigmatic Chrono Keepers, enforce the strict laws governing temporal manipulation. To possess an unsanctioned shard, let alone attempt to alter time, is punishable by chrono regression. A fate worse than death, where the condemned is reverted to a childlike state, their memories and experiences erased. Yet, whispers of rebellion echo through the neon-drenched alleyways. A resistance group known as the Chrono Fade fights against the corporation's tyranny. They believe in free will, in the right to shape one's destiny, but their struggle seems futile against the corporation's absolute control over time itself. The discovery of Chrono Shards had unforeseen consequences. Temporal anomalies plague the city, glitches in the fabric of reality, ghosts of the past flicker at the edges of vision, echoes of future events bleed into the present. Time has become fluid, unstable, and within this volatile environment, a young man named Yuto Kisaragi will discover a power that could shatter the very foundations of Neo-Kyoto. His journey will challenge the nature of time, fate, and the very essence of what it means to be human. Yuto Kisaragi knows the harsh realities of Neo-Kyoto better than most. He lives in the shadow of the glittering towers, in the labyrinthine slums where time runs thin. His parents, victims of a faulty batch of Chrono Shards, were erased from existence when he was just a child. Time for Yuto is not a river but a cruel thief, stealing away those he loves most.
Airi, you're all I have left. I won't let time take you too.
Haunted by the past, Yuto clings fiercely to his younger sister Airi. She is his only family, his reason for living. He scavenges for scraps of Chrono Shards, desperate to extend her life, even if it means sacrificing his own. He knows the odds are stacked against them, but he refuses to give in to despair.
Yuto, please be careful. We can't afford to lose you too.
One fateful night, while scavenging in the ruins of an old clock tower, Yuto stumbles upon a hidden compartment. Inside lies a single Chrono Shard, pulsing with an eerie light. This shard is different. It hums with an energy unlike anything he's ever encountered. Drawn to its power, Yuto reaches out. The moment his fingers brush its surface, a jolt of energy surges through him. Visions flood his mind, fragments of the future, chaotic and terrifying. And amidst the swirling images, one vision pierces his heart. The lifeless body of his sister Airi, her life extinguished before its time. Yuto recoils from the shard, his mind reeling from the horrific premonition. He sees Airi, struck down by a speeding hovercar, a victim of the chaotic traffic that plagues Neo-Kyoto. The vision is so real, so visceral, that he can almost feel the pavement beneath his fingers, taste the metallic tang of blood in the air. The shard, still clutched in his hand, pulses with a cold, indifferent energy. It is a window into the future, a harbinger of death.
No, I won't let this happen. I can't lose you, Airi.
Panic and despair threaten to consume him, but a steely resolve hardens in Yuto's eyes. He will not accept this fate. He will not let his sister become another casualty of this heartless city. The shard has shown him the future, but it has also given him a chance, a slim hope. He will use its power to change destiny. He will cheat time itself to save his sister.
Yuto, what are you planning? Please don't do anything reckless.
But Yuto is no stranger to the laws governing Chrono Shards. He knows the risks, the penalties for tampering with time. Yet the thought of Airi's death, of facing a future without her, is unbearable. He is willing to risk everything, even his own existence, to rewrite her fate. Little does he know, his defiance has already attracted the attention of forces far greater than he can imagine. The Chrono Keepers are watching, and the mysterious Chrono Fade, sensing a kindred spirit, reach out from the shadows ready to offer him a dangerous alliance. Yuto's journey has just begun. The weight of the shard feels heavy in Yuto's pocket, a constant reminder of the future he has glimpsed and the impossible task he has set for himself.
I can't do this alone. I need information, resources, allies.
Desperate, he turns to the only person he trusts, an old hacker who operates a ramshackle repair shop in the heart of the slums.
Old man Hiro. He's got a knack for finding things, both physical and digital.
Hiro, initially dismissive of Yuto's claims, scoffs at the idea of changing fate.
You don't understand, Hiro. This isn't just about me, it's about everything.
But the look in Yuto's eyes, the raw desperation and steely determination, gives him pause. He examines the shard, running his calloused fingers over its smooth surface.
Please, Hiro, I need your help.
A low whistle escapes his lips. He recognizes the energy signature, the faint aura of temporal distortion. This is no ordinary shard.
So will you help me?
Hiro agrees to help, drawn as much by the challenge as by Yuto's desperation. He sees in Yuto a spark of rebellion, a refusal to bow to the dictates of fate.
Thank you, Hiro. I won't forget this.
He sees a chance to strike back at the Chrono Corporation, to disrupt their control, even if it's just a pinprick against a giant. He begins to make inquiries, tapping into the hidden networks of the city's underbelly, seeking information on how to manipulate the shard, how to bend time to their will.
Let's show them what we're made of, Hiro.
And so, the rebellion ignites in the heart of the slums, a spark that could very well change the course of destiny. Word of Yuto's abilities and his quest to save his sister spreads through the city's underground like wildfire in a dry forest. It attracts the attention of others who chafe under the Chrono Corporation's rule, those who dream of a different future. Among them are a trio of individuals, each with their own reasons for defying fate, each drawn to Yuto's cause.
There's Kaeda, a skilled mechanic and former Chrono Corporation engineer, haunted by a past she desperately wants to forget. Her knowledge of Chrono Shards and their inner workings proves invaluable.
Riku, a streetwise information broker with a network of contacts that stretches across Neo-Kyoto, provides crucial intel and access to hidden pathways and resources.
And then there's Mina, a gifted hacker and digital phantom, who can infiltrate the most secure systems, her fingers dancing across keyboards, a symphony of rebellion echoing through the digital ether.
Together, they form a fragile alliance, united by their shared defiance of the Chrono Corporation and their belief in Yuto's cause. They know the odds are stacked against them, but they are fueled by a flicker of hope, a belief that even in a world ruled by time, fate is not always set in stone. Their combined skills and unwavering loyalty will be put to the ultimate test as they delve deeper into the mysteries of the Chrono Shard and the conspiracy that grips Neo-Kyoto. As Yuto and his newfound allies delve deeper into the mysteries of the Chrono Shard, they uncover a conspiracy that reaches the highest levels of the Chrono Corporation. Whispers of a group known as the Chrono Fade, rumored to possess the ability to manipulate time itself, reach their ears. The Chrono Fade, they learn, is not just a band of rebels but a highly organized resistance movement fighting against the corporation's tyrannical control over time. Their leader, a shadowy figure known only as the Weaver, believes that the Chrono Shards are not merely a source of energy, but fragments of a much greater power, one that can reshape reality itself. The Chrono Corporation, they claim, has been suppressing this truth, hoarding the shards for their own nefarious purposes. Yuto and his group must decide where their loyalties lie. Do they join forces with the Chrono Fade and risk everything in a desperate gamble to overthrow the corporation? Or do they focus on their own goals, using the shard to save Airi and escape the clutches of fate? The weight of their decision grows heavier with each passing day, for time is not on their side. The day of Airi's preordained death draws closer, and with it, the moment when Yuto will be forced to choose between his sister's life and the fate of Neo-Kyoto. As Yuto grapples with the implications of the Chrono Fade's revelations, he notices a change in the shard. It pulsates with a newfound intensity, its glow illuminating the hidden corners of his mind.
He begins to hear whispers, faint at first, like the rustling of dead leaves on a forgotten wind. The whispers grow stronger, evolving into a voice, ethereal and chillingly seductive. It speaks to him, promising him power beyond his wildest dreams. the ability to not only change his sister's fate, but to reshape reality itself.
The voice, he realizes with a growing sense of dread, originates from the shard itself. The Chrono Shard is not just an object, a vessel of temporal energy. It is sentient, aware, and it has its own agenda. It tempts Yuto with visions of a world where he can control time, where he can undo past mistakes, where he can create a perfect future for himself and his sister. But deep down, a seed of doubt blossoms within Yuto. He senses a hidden cost to the shard's promises, a dark bargain that could enslave him to its will. He realizes that the power to manipulate time is not only a gift, but a curse, a burden that could corrupt even the purest of intentions. As he wrestles with his conscience, he knows that he must make a choice, one that will determine not only his own destiny, but the fate of Neo-Kyoto, and perhaps the very fabric of time itself. The line between savior and destroyer blurs as Yuto confronts the chilling realization of the shard's sentience. The weight of its promises, the intoxicating allure of ultimate power threatens to consume him.
He sees Airi's face in his mind's eye, her laughter echoing through the corridors of his memories. He could save her, he could save them all, but at what cost?
The Chrono Fade beckons, offering an alliance a chance to dismantle the Chrono Corporation's control. Yet their motives remain shrouded in shadow. Can he trust them? Can he trust the shard? Or is he being drawn into a game far more complex, far more dangerous than he ever imagined? The day of Airi's preordained death arrives like a thunderclap, shattering the tense anticipation. The clock is ticking, each second a hammer blow against his resolve. The shard pulses, a symphony of whispers urging him to act, to seize control.
He clutches the shard, its smooth surface cold against his palm. In this moment, Yuto Kisaragi must make a choice. A choice between succumbing to the seductive whispers of power or trusting in his own heart, in the enduring strength of the human spirit. A choice between accepting the fate laid out before him or fighting for the freedom to choose, even if it means defying the very fabric of time itself.
The fate of Neo-Kyoto hangs in the balance. His sister's life hangs in the balance. And in the depths of his soul, Yuto knows that this is only the beginning. The shard has awakened, and with it, a storm is coming.